Right, I'm joined with OC. I'm joined by OC, and we are gonna have a conversation about the pay-per-view that happened yesterday night. It was Money in the Bank 2018. So OC, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
How you been? How was your last week?
Yeah, I've been fine, and it has been a good weekend. It has been really great weekend for
Yeah,
wrestling fans.
definitely. Actually, the week before was a lot of things were on NJPW Dominion, and we also had CM Punk competing in his second UFC match, losing it to the dismay of many fans.
Yeah, but at least we got to see him again, and again in sports or Octagon. He lost, but people love him. Just his being there is enough for people.
Yes, his presence definitely brings a lot of Chicago crowd in, no doubt.
Yeah, exactly. The way he got cheered,
That was
is
mad.
how big of a how big of a personality or a sports person or he has he has a lot of fans, no doubt, but he's just something else. No?
Yeah, he's a phenomenon. I want to ask you about what do you think would be the future of CM Punk? I mean, where's he headed? He's lost two matches, his debut match and the one that followed. So is he going to continue in UFC, or what do you think is going to be the future of CM Punk's fighting career or wrestling career?
Well, I don't think that Dana White is going to give him any more chances. I think he has given a statement on that he prefers CM Punk to call a wrap on his UFC career.
Okay.
So I don't think that he's gonna give him chances. And there have been some issues between WWE's doctor and CM Punk over the last few months.
Yes.
So I don't think that he's coming back to WWE, anytime soon. But
yeah, he's made even friends. He's pissed off even friends by his behaviors, by his demeanor.
Yeah. But it's huge. It's speculated that he might show up, later this month at All In.
Yeah, so it would be interesting. It would be the best thing ever if he, takes a Bullet Club T-shirt on and joins in. Wouldn't it be? The greatest stable.
Yeah, we talk about how big CM Punk is. He's a phenomenon, and if he joins, NJPW, I'm not, I don't have any doubt that WWE is gonna,
Yes.
sorry, NJPW is gonna become bigger thing.
NJPW if he joins.
NJPW. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that would be great. But given his loathing towards professional wrestling itself, it doesn't seem likely. But anyways, since he hasn't done quite well in MMA, anything is possible. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's hope that he comes over at ROH or NJPW, because he's already been in ROH. He's accomplished everything in ROH, and ROH would definitely welcome him back, no doubt.
Yeah, they definitely would. He started somewhere, and actually, you can say that ROH made him.
Yes.
Whatever he is.
Gave him the platform, the base.
Yeah. He has roots in ROH. So
Yes.
he might go there, but, if you ask me which promotion I have more chances to have CM Punk back is NJPW, because it's very highly speculated that he might show up at All In.
Yes.
And we as a fans, we hope that he might show up. So,
Yeah.
So if you ask me about his wrestling future, I think that this All-In event is my only hope. And if he doesn't show up, then I have no idea that what he'll do now, because I don't think that he's gonna get any more chances in UFC.
Okay. All right. So NJPW seems to be the destination for CM Punk. All right. We'll talk about the NJPW Dominion pay-per-view. Just a brief. What was your favorite match in that card, Dominion card?
Well, the CM Punk and Naito was
Jericho versus Naito.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I slipped there.
Okay, no problem.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jericho versus Naito was quite slow, or not as fast-paced as Alpha versus Omega was back in January, but it was a very good match. It was, for WWE, as I'm a WWE fan, I'm gonna say that it was quite slow. But if you see it from NPW's point of view, the kind of matches or actions it presents, it was a very great match, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Whenever Jericho enters the NJPW ring, he always makes his opponent bleed. He did it with Omega, and now he's doing it now.
Yeah. As you have mentioned it now, I'm realizing it. He always brawls. Whenever he enters,
it's a total. There's a lot of background to the match. I mean, he does all his verbal wars before he heads into the fight with his opponents.
Yeah, exactly. And what about this match, Omega versus Okada second?
That was your favorite among the Omega versus Okada series?
Yeah, that was my favorite, but since it was 1 hour match, I had to watch the highlights. I didn't have time because I do not follow NJPW that much, but
okay.
But it was a big event, so I had to watch.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there were a couple of Bucks versus Roppongi was also. Bucks versus Evil and Sanada was also a hit match, and then we also had obviously Omega versus Okada. That was the main event.
Yeah.
All right. So a couple of title changes in NJPW. Both went to Canadians from the same town, Winnipeg, Canada.
Winnipeg, yeah.
Yes, Winnipeg. All right. Now we move on to the main topic of discussion, that is the Money in the Bank pay-per-view that took place yesterday. So, how did you like the pay-per-view? Did it deliver up to the mark? Did it deliver to the high pitch period, or was it a letdown?
Well, it for sure it delivered. The main thing that was missing from WWE's main shows, over the last few months or you can even say years, the main matches, the main event fails to deliver. But this year, with this event, Money in the Bank, their main matches actually delivered. They were, up to the expectations. So I would say that it really delivered, and it's in good fashion. And when your main events deliver, even the loose ends that there are here and there,
that makes
that
doesn't look bad.
Yeah, that doesn't look bad because you're delivering. You are delivering right where you should deliver.
Yeah.
So it was a very good. Yeah, great. Yeah, it was a great weekend.
All right. Now I think it would be injustice to not talk about Takeover Chicago 2. I mean,
exactly.
It has such excellent matches. I would say the opening and main event were really special. I mean, the main event took it to such a height of professional wrestling. It was the match got everywhere, and it was really a once in an era kind of match. What do you say? Gargano versus Ciampa.
Well, if you asked me last week before Chicago takeover, if you asked me this question, that can we see a better match than Gargano versus Ciampa? First, I would have said we can never see a match like that again. But now if you ask me, their second match was way better than the very first match. And I can't believe it as I'm saying right now that it was even better than the 5-star matches that they had before. So it was.
No doubt. And the twist was unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable. That was, everybody thought that now Gargano is already a winner, but the match was still going on, and he performs a move on him on the ring. His covers were off, exposed ring, and 1, 2, 3, and that's you have the winner. So the twists were great. The action was really great. I have already watched that match like twice, and I'm sure that I'm gonna keep watching that. That's wrestling. That's wrestling
was
at its best.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the opening match was also great. Ricochet looked great. I mean, Ricochet is a star performer, no doubt. And Dream turned Hulk Hogan. That was,
Yeah.
hmm. He
Yeah,
really
that
is
match,
good.
he absolutely, he is good. He have, and,
Yeah.
you know,
He does
I
crazy
think
things,
that,
but they really, count in the end. I mean, add to the overall glamour of the show, right?
yeah, and that, and if you, and, you know, I think Ricochet versus the Velveteen Dream was the, you know, the
Hmm.
not as good as other matches. I think that is my opinion.
Okay,
But
okay.
even that match was better than a four-star match. You know, it was
Yeah.
at least should be a 4-star match. So
Hmm.
you know that says a lot about the event itself. You know, the kind of action that is presented.
Hmm.
You know, the even the match that liked least was even that was a
Okay,
4.5-star match at least,
Okay.
right?
Definitely. Even McIntyre tweeted that the Raw roster should take
Yeah.
over Chicago before heading to the matches.
And he was 100%. That was 100% true. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the action in the main roster, and then you look at the action in the NXT right now, and you you would prefer to watch NXT. You know.
No doubt. It really makes the main roster look bleaker.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and the things after I watched Chicago, this takeover,
Chicago.
I'm like, please do not take these superstars to the main roster because Vince will screw them up, screw their career up. You know, you watch, all the superstars that have done so well in NXT and now doing nothing at all in the main roster. So I think that is sad if you look at it.
Yeah, that is really bad. They shouldn't be changed much. I mean, the way they've been changed from NXT to, they should have been, continued. They should be allowed to, go in the same gimmick and same momentum. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it
like
really
you have
spoils.
Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode was such a great heel in NXT, and now
Now
in
he's
his
just a mid-card. Right. He's also lost a lot of heat. Anyway, now we focus on the Money in the Bank. So we start with Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. It was a short match, and like you said, Lashley won. No doubt. I mean, that was the
Hello.
Yes, OC. Where did we leave? Where did the call get disconnected?
Yeah, I thought you were doing something recording, or as we were moving to
Yeah,
the main
it's ready.
thing. So
It's ready.
I thought you were okay. I'm ready to.
Okay. So where did we got cut off?
Yeah, you said that we're going to talk about Money in the Bank now. And,
Okay.
that was the last time.
Okay, right. So we'll talk about Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. Now, that feud was a hit from a Sami Zayn fan point of view, wasn't it? Although Sami lost the match, but he won the everything literally with his crazy, actions and jokes and everything. What do you think?
Yeah. I think that feud was made to was a welcoming back feud for for Bobby Lashley, and it was made to make the audience to look at Bobby Lashley, but in turn it made Sami Zayn it felt like that it was for Sami Zayn because he is the one who cut great promos. He's the one who has kept it interesting. It wasn't interesting, but if it was only because of Sami Zayn, the kind of work he does.
Yeah, he got to fully portray his character.
Yeah, exactly. He has been great. He connects with the audience best, and Lashley doesn't do that at all. So
Lashley even got booed.
Yeah, he started getting booed because that it isn't the kind of storyline you should put Lashley in because even though you're presenting him as face, but your heel character where he's the one who's connecting with the audience better, so he's the one who will get cheered. So so Sami Zayn wasn't the right guy for this feud, but I liked it. I mean, but we get to see Sami Zayn's character, we get to see his work, we get to see his promos, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, that wasn't all bad about this feud.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lashley won it quite comfortably. There wasn't much
Yeah,
effort for him to put over
yeah.
Sami
It
Zayn.
wasn't. It wasn't a surprise. It wasn't a surprise, you know. But I just wanted that match to be, you know, quite longer. I wanted that match to be, you know,
Go longer.
Sammy to showcase his
Hmm.
action, you know,
Yeah.
because he's a great in-ring competitor. No doubt, he's from Lucha Underground, right? Is he from
Yeah.
there?
Generico, I
Yeah.
think. El Generico.
Yeah, yeah. He used to wear that mask
Yes.
and all that. I've seen his videos. The kind of, you know, I was in that. I was in awe moment, like when I saw his,
Hmm.
you know, his matches, and now I see him in WWE. He doesn't do much of that. So, you know, I want to see him in the ring, his matches.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
performing
But
his.
anyway, I think I'd have to disagree with this one with you because I thought this match was correctly booked. I mean, we've been seeing Lashley as a powerhouse, and all he had to make him look strong. All they had to do was, make him finish Sami Zayn as quickly as he can, and it was done correctly. Otherwise, Lashley would have been made into a joke that Sami
Yeah, that,
has always been
yeah,
accusing him of, right?
yeah. I mean, that's right too.
Okay.
And but all I'm saying that you know they should have made the match a little more interesting. That was so.
Yeah. Speaking of the twist, I agree they could have made it if it were maybe farther down the card, or maybe it were on Raw. It would have been more interesting. I think they rushed it a bit, no doubt.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did that.
Okay, now we talk about Seth Rollins versus Elias. Seth Rollins defeated Elias by a roll up and retain his title, and that's a great way to make Elias look strong, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean he's still as hot as he was. He was before walking into the Money in the Bank, and you know the kind of match they presented, the kind of match they had. I think that I would mind if we see Seth Rollins and Elias feud. You know, if they extend this feud because those guys have been, you know, both are my favorites. You know, as we've
Yes.
talked about them before, and I said that you know whoever wins this one, I'll be a happy man. So yeah, they
Yeah.
you know had a great match, and
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, you know, he's the guy for me.
Hmm.
So I love that match, and since I like them both, so I
Yeah.
mean it was a great
Okay.
match.
It was a good booking. Both were made to look strong, and I love Elias's opening. Every time he says, "Hello, I'm Elias."
Yeah,
That's just sweet to hear.
yeah, exactly, and this is the
Who
city
wants
that
to?
he is in. Yeah, yeah, and you know, I don't know, the guys like Elias, you know,
Hmm.
they should. I mean, they connect with the audience better, and when they disses them, you know, they are
Let's do
getting
it
cheered.
together. Come on.
Yeah,
One.
yeah, just like like Sami Zayn, like he gets cheered like crazy, and then he disses the audience, and you know that is so great to look when you see it.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's do it together. Who wants to walk with Elias? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Who wants
Who
to
wants to walk
walk with
with
Elias?
Elias? Okay, let's
Okay.
throw it up a little.
Okay, fine. All right, next match we move on to Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. Man, that was one of the boring matches of the night, wasn't that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when you have already seen a match like Seth Rollins versus Elias, you wouldn't like to see a match like that. You know?
But still, I think the Singh brother played a good role. I mean,
Yeah, at least they
pushing
did,
Roman.
they something. Yeah, they at least they did something different there. You know? But I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Go ahead.
I mean, there were so many different chants during the match that we have seen all over the internet, and even the referee Charles Robinson, I think, yeah, I think he tweeted that. You know, it's sad to see when guys like Roman and Jinder putting up great matches, and you know, audience are making fun of them. And even I feel, and you know, if I think about Roman or Jinder, I feel sad because there are the performers. They
Yes,
does
they
what
work
they are.
so hard.
They work so hard, no doubt about that. You know, it's the kind of situations or the storylines they are put in, or the not presented as the audience want them to see. So I think it's not their bad, but again, we can sit here and blame Vince for as long as we can.
I think
But,
making
you know, it's sad.
I think making Jinder win would have been a wiser choice because we all know that Roman's gonna win. Roman's gonna win everything, right? That was so predictable, wasn't that? I mean,
Yeah,
Jinder was
yeah.
making so much, all the big speeches and everything, and he was attacking Roman with a chair. They could have easily used, done something using the other Singh brother if he was well, maybe.
I was about to say that, like last time we talked to you, you mentioned this, that he returns and does something that to
Yeah.
make Roman lose. And that would have been great, even if but that, no matter how it would have happened, however Roman would have won that match, but he would have gotten cheered, that was a better outcome for that
Yeah.
match,
Actually, making
Yeah.
Roman look a little weak. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, but then again, no matter how weak he looks throughout the year, but he'll again on the game next year in April. So it's audience will continue to get frustrated and continue to boo him as long as he
No doubt.
looks like that.
Yeah. Okay. We got to see, the guy who's defeated AJ Styles 3 times, James Ellsworth. Are you happy to see him back, or were you pissed off because Asuka got defeated again?
Well, I kind of knew that something is going to happen. That I knew that Asuka wouldn't win. I think when the rumors started coming in that Ellsworth might return, because so many wrestling websites and critics have written that it's been speculated that he might return, Ellsworth might return. So I kind of had in mind that that might be the reason that Asuka may lose, but. Yeah, so it wasn't that much of a surprise to me, but the way he came back wearing the mask, disguised like Asuka. So that was fun. And it's fine. The kind of heel that Carmella is playing right now. She wanted someone. She wanted someone like Jinder have Singh brothers, and she wanted someone like once Seth Rollins had this J&J security
and the Big Show and Kane. He had a lot of guys.
Yeah,
he had definitely Triple H as well.
Yeah, the authority that they used to call it. So with after if he's with Carmella, it's fine. I'm happy with that.
Right. Moving on, we go to the next match, which was between. Let's talk about the women's Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
The ladies were doing really well. I mean, I like Sasha's performance, and even Becky. I thought Becky was gonna have it. I mean, in the end, Alexa comes in, and that was so painful to watch. Becky pulled out.
Yeah, everyone, you, me, and everyone wanted Becky to win, because every time you go back and see that match again, every time Becky climbed that ladder, the audience went crazy. Even if they knew that she's not going to win. There are girls in the ring already. They're not going to let her unhook the briefcase. But still, every time she got onto that ladder, she got cheered because everyone wanted her to win, and she deserved a victory more than anyone else. You call Roman Reigns overpushed, and what you're gonna say about Alexa Bliss now? She is 5 times the women's champion, and
once again she gets a push.
Yeah, but if you're talking about the match really delivered. No matter who won that match, but the quality of match was great, and the storytelling was good. It wasn't like the divas weren't able to show their potential. Everyone had a chance. Everyone had moments in that match. The face-off between Sasha and Charlotte was great. Face-off between Becky and Charlotte was great. So
Natalia started off really well.
Yeah, Natalia and even Naomi, she did great.
And they were using ladders really bad.
They took great bumps on that ladder, especially that Ember Moon. Like she had Sasha bumped on the ladder. She jumped onto her. So that was really good to watch. And Ember Moon, she sells so well. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a diva selling moves as good as her. You know,
Uh,
she, I mean, she is in my favorite list. So, I mean, so early, she just debuted on the main roster like 1 month ago, and she's
even
already becoming my favorite.
I predicted her to be the winner of women's Money in the Bank, but unfortunately that didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
too
think you
soon
picked
for her
Alexa,
making a
right?
difference. Yeah, I said
Becky,
that,
Becky and
she
Alexa.
might win.
Yeah, you said
Becky and Alexa,
yeah.
yeah.
And you got it right. Anyway, that was good
But I
wrestling quotient.
didn't wanted her even though, but if like I wrote my mind as a fan, she was in the race.
Right. Okay, moving on, we talk about the women's championship match, Ronda Rousey versus Asuka. I kind of felt that match was more of like Brock Lesnar's, like one of Brock Lesnar's squash matches where only few moves are involved. He was repetitively trying to put on the armbar. What do you think? I mean, there wasn't much of other moves and spots involved, right?
Yeah, that was mainly about armbar and
Hair
yeah, but
pulling.
yeah, exactly. But the bumps that Ronda took, I mean, they were great. The storytelling was actually great, but then again, it was all about armbar. She said that I'm gonna take a title into your hands, so
Yeah.
it was great. Yeah, and I was almost sure that Ronda is gonna leave the Money in the Bank with the title because I mean it was
Too soon for
this
her.
reign of it was too soon, but this reign of Nia Jax as the women's champion was quite boring.
True.
So I thought that they might, to boost up the ratings a little, they might put the title on Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, and Alexa cashing in was the best thing. I mean, they already had history, Alexa and Nia, and this was like sprinkling salt in the wound, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and if we, but and look, I'm talking about Nia Jax's reign was getting boring, and we're talking about Ronda Rousey to be too new or for her too soon to win the women's title, and WWE just killed two sparrows with the single bow, with the single arrow. So they took the title away from Nia, and the Ronda is not the champion. So I mean that was a great move. So
Yeah, correct. They didn't waste that Nia versus Ronda finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get to see them some other day fighting it out.
Yeah. When I was afraid, if Ronda wins the title, she might get some hatred from the fans of because there are divas who's better at wrestling, and they've been in that locker room for a very long time, and they still haven't gotten any chance for that title. So she might have gotten some hate for that. Some people might have not like that. So
yeah, I'm getting it. Like the women's title would have disappeared from Raw, right?
Yeah,
just like Brock carried it off and it was never found again. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. We already have a part-time champion, so we don't need.
We don't want two part-timers.
Yeah, exactly.
And that, like, there's a comical thing about this Money in the Bank match. So, Raw Women's Champion got cashed in by the winner of the Money in the Bank match. But where is the Raw Men's Champion? He's just disappeared, and no matter who won,
exactly,
the title is changing.
Yeah, there are so many memes right now on the internet about that. And, I've been losing my mind reading, seeing them because, and they are actually correct. He is never around. We haven't seen him since Greatest Royal Rumble, and we don't know when he's coming back. And I have written articles which said that he might not even show up at SummerSlam. So I don't know what Vince have in mind of,
Oh, that would be bad.
So,
and even he hasn't been, advertised for the event in Australia that's happening.
Yeah, that's in when is it?
I think it's during October.
So I just hope that he should not show up, but he should lose the title by then in SummerSlam in August.
Yeah, that would be good.
Because I'm not, this. I used to be a fan, but now this title reign
We are sick and tired of it.
made me despise Brock Lesnar. He doesn't like the fans, so fans don't give a shit about you.
Yeah. So we got to see Braun Strowman winning the Money in the Bank match. It was no surprises, wasn't it? We knew Braun.
I mean, there were no surprises. If I'm thinking about it now, but I didn't pick him as my pick.
Okay.
Because I think I picked Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, I think that WWE might give him a push now, but he's still hanging on to in that WWE.
Yeah, I don't think a guy like Samoa doesn't need a Money in the Bank briefcase. But Braun Strowman, what I think is that they've given Strowman the briefcase to keep him off from challenging the Universal Champion, so that he can show the briefcase and just walk around just like that.
Yeah, like he have the championship won, right?
Almost.
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking at that way, that who deserves the title, who deserves the briefcase more, I think that isn't Strowman to be for sure, but a guy like Finn Balor, I think Finn Balor was the guy who everyone wanted.
Yeah. But the problem is Finn doesn't stand a chance against Brock Lesnar. Look at Brock Lesnar, how he is, and Finn Balor. We already saw Finn versus Braun, and Finn was like tossed around like kurkure that.
But I think that's the whole point of Money in the Bank is. I mean, if you look at a guy like Seth Rollins, and then you look at Brock Lesnar, back in 2015, he didn't had a chance that he could have defeated Brock Lesnar, but then again, he cashed in and he got himself added into the main event. He pinned.
Yes, very
Roman.
good point. That is the point of Money in the Bank.
That is the point of Money in the Bank. Cashing in is at the right time. When your opponent is at the weakest.
Yes, giving the underdogs a chance. Like we also saw the rise of Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, and so many other guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we have a dilemma here because Brock Lesnar is not going to show up at every Raw nor at every pay-per-view, so Braun will have really less chances of cashing in the title. So
there are just a few chances, that these are the only days that we might see a Money in the Bank cash in. So I mean, that's no longer a surprise now, right?
Yeah. That's like the worst scenario Money in the Bank winner would have been in.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, I didn't get that actually. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, Money in the Bank winners usually get a far better chance to, the window of cashing in is far better. This is the least that any superstar would have got.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's worse for Braun Strowman for sure, but but actually, I can't. I have a line in mind. I'm sorry, I screwed up. Please get this part.
Okay, no problem. It doesn't matter. I mean, none of us are professionals, and it's fine to make mistakes. All right.
Yeah.
So I think we've covered all the matches of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and both of us haven't watched Raw yet. Did we miss any match?
Yeah, we missed AJ Styles versus Shinsuke.
Oh my God, that was finally they delivered. This match was the correct punchline. The finish was like a statement. Beautiful. What do you say?
Yeah.
I love the finish.
I love the finish, but I wanted Nakamura to win. I mean, he had so many chances, and he didn't win even at one of them. So I'm kind of disappointed.
Okay, you wanted Nakamura to go with the momentum, the funny reactions that he makes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted him to lead with the title. That's my point. He's been getting chances. He had chances against Jinder Mahal. He lost all of them. He had
Hmm.
chances after chances against AJ Styles. He lost all of them. I mean, that's how you make a superstar.
Hmm.
That could take away the hotness of a superstar.
Yes.
He had chances and
The
he,
that low blow AJ planted on Nakamura. That
yeah,
was just
yeah,
total.
that was
That totally
exactly.
blasted it off.
Yeah.
Oh my.
We as Indians, we get to see the pay-per-views live in the mornings, and I usually have to stay up all night, and I was kind of sleepy, and when I saw that, my sleep disappeared, and I was like, it cracked me up so bad.
Oh yeah.
Like Shinsuke said, come on, then he didn't just give him a low blow. He took a step like he was going to punch him or
He was
do
all
something.
frustrated.
Yeah, and he took a step, ate his house, and then he just kicked him right into the falls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that phenomenal forearm was a thing of beauty. I mean, it was so perfect, and exactly, it was so perfect, and I think I'm really, really happy with the finish. I mean, finish of the match. If AJ was to win, I mean, that was the. I mean, I'm happy with that. Yeah, exactly. I'm not happy with the guy who won, but I'm happy with the way he won.
Yeah. All right. So that was a great week of wrestling, and
Yeah, very great week. I think greater than WrestleMania. Greater than WrestleMania.
No doubt. WrestleManias have been disappointing for the past few years, and other pay-per-views have been delivering well, especially the takeovers.
Yeah. I mean, and NXT is any day is better than any WWE pay-per-view. I mean, takeovers. And even the last pay-per-view was, I think, the most disappointing of them all. Backlash was a very, I can use this word, very bad pay-per-view because it didn't deliver. It didn't had the main event that the guys wanted, the fans wanted. I mean, it was Roman versus Samoa Joe, which didn't had any point.
Yeah,
right?
We were all disappointed with that match.
Yeah. I mean, so any pay-per-view is better than Backlash, and Money in the Bank delivered. I mean, it was
yes.
NXT takeover to and I think if
yes, so
let down, I think that it would have been very bad. But one time you have Mitchell who are doing so well, and then you have this pay-per-view on the main roster which isn't delivering. So it was necessary for MITB to deliver, and it did.
Yes. Hopefully the attendance improves on the shows. I hope, because the attendance has been really taking a downhill.
Yeah. I mean, Roman was not in the main event, so I think that was the reason as well.
All right, Osi.
And
yeah, go on.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah,
I mean, anything more to add?
Yes.
Your voice is getting attenuated. Can you repeat that? Could you please repeat that?
It's gonna be better. It's gonna be, the Smarts will keep the Smarts happy. Kind of matches like, if they deliver.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I screwed up again, but
it's fine. I mean, we all.
I just get all the, it could these two places where I screwed up. Sorry.
No
issues. Okay,
just be aware of your mistakes and try not to repeat them. It's okay if it happens.
Okay, so you can wrap up. You can go on.
Yeah. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed listening to me and Osi. Osi, thank you for joining me once again. It's always been a pleasure because usually we don't have wrestling related conversations for more than 15 to 20 minutes, but today every time Osi comes in, it just stretches 30 minutes, and it's fun. It's joy talking, discussing with you, Osi.
Yeah, thank you very much, and keep on inviting me to these podcasts because I just love them.
Sure, I will. And next time, hopefully, we'll have 2 more guests as well, and that would make it far more interesting with
Yeah, it'll be
diverse
fun.
views coming in.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yes. All right, Osi. Goodbye and good night.
Thanks.